Welcome back. In our first lesson, you mastered the tools and techniques. Now, we elevate your craft. As you see in this image, we're moving beyond just making drinks to managing the entire bar experience, even under pressure. This lesson is about applying your bartending skills with grace and professionalism. We'll focus on conducting a smooth service during the busiest rush and, most importantly, upholding the non-negotiable principles of responsible alcohol service. So, why does this lesson matter so much? Because anyone can follow a recipe. A true professional manages the entire guest experience. Your efficiency, represented by this stopwatch, directly impacts service speed and quality. But even more critically, your commitment to responsible service, represented by this shield, protects your guests and your establishment. These advanced bartending skills are what separate a good bartender from a great one and a key to a long, respected career. Over the next 45 minutes, we have a clear journey ahead, as you can see on this roadmap. We'll start with strategies for managing the rush with grace. Then, we'll cover the absolute cornerstone of your craft, responsible alcohol service. Finally, we'll tackle real-world challenges and how to future-proof your skills. We'll have interactive role plays along the way, leading to a final assessment where you'll resolve a common customer complaint. Our goal today is to equip you with tangible, professional skills. By the end of this lesson, as you see with these checkmarks, you will be able to apply specific efficiency strategies to manage a busy bar. You'll be able to identify the common signs of intoxication and demonstrate the correct, professional procedure for refusing service. And you'll be able to confidently use your bartending skills to de-escalate and resolve customer complaints, turning a challenge into a win. Let's dive into our first topic, managing the rush with grace. This is about staying in control when the bar is at its busiest. The secret isn't moving faster, it's being better prepared. We'll focus on practical efficiency techniques that allow you to maximize your speed without ever sacrificing the quality of your drinks or your service. Your goal is to move like a calm conductor, as you see in this image of controlled energy, not a frantic firefighter. That calm control begins with mise en place, a French term meaning everything in its place. As you can see in this image of a perfectly prepped station, your shift starts long before the first guest arrives. This means stocking all your spirits and juices, cutting and organizing every garnish, and chilling your glassware. This meticulous preparation is the absolute foundation of an efficient and stress-free shift. It's the work you do in the quiet moments that allows you to perform in the loud ones. Here is a core efficiency technique: batching and grouping. You should never make one drink at a time if you can make four. As this diagram shows, you listen for and group similar orders. For example, if you get tickets for a margarita, a gimlet, and 2 daiquiris, those are all shaken citrus drinks. You can build all 4 at once in 2 shakers. This is a fundamental bartending skill that dramatically increases your speed and efficiency during a rush. Another essential habit is to clean as you go. A clean workspace is a fast and safe workspace. As this visual demonstrates, you should get into the rhythm of wiping down your station, rinsing your tools, and clearing away trash after every single round of drinks. This isn't about saving time for a big cleanup at the end of the night. It's about preventing clutter and errors in the moment. It also signals a high level of professionalism to your guests and your team. Let's look at a case study, the Friday night rush. The bar is packed, tickets are printing, and new guests are arriving. The amateur bartender panics. The professional, as seen from this perspective, stays calm. They make eye contact to acknowledge new arrivals, letting them know they've been seen. They group drink orders for efficiency and move with a calm, controlled purpose. They are conducting the rhythm of the bar instead of just reacting to the chaos. Now we arrive at the absolute cornerstone of your craft, responsible alcohol service. This is your most profound ethical and legal duty as a bartender. Your primary goal is to ensure every guest has a safe and enjoyable experience. As this image of offering a glass of water suggests, this is about care and vigilance. Mastering responsible alcohol service protects your guests, your establishment from liability, and your own career. It is the most critical of all your bartending skills. So, what exactly is RSA, or responsible service of alcohol? It's a set of principles and, in most places, laws designed to prevent harm. As this infographic shows, the core principles are simple. Do not serve alcohol to minors, do not serve alcohol to anyone who is already intoxicated, and actively promote safe drinking habits. It is your non-negotiable responsibility to know and follow the specific RSA laws in your area. To practice RSA, you must become an expert observer. You need to look for the common physical signs of intoxication. As these icons illustrate, this includes things like slurred or noticeably slowed speech, glassy or unfocused eyes, and impaired coordination, like stumbling, fumbling with their wallet, or spilling drinks. These physical signs are clear red flags that require your immediate and careful attention. Beyond the physical, you must also watch for behavioral changes. A guest's personality can be a key indicator. As this mood scale shows, you should look for sudden shifts. Are they becoming overly loud or argumentative? Are they making inappropriate comments to staff or other guests? Have they gone from happy and cheerful to sullen or sad? These behavioral shifts are often the first sign that a guest is approaching their limit. When you've identified that a guest needs to be cut off, there is a clear and professional procedure to follow. The goal is always to be firm, professional, and as discreet as possible. As this flowchart shows, you should first alert a manager or security. Then, speak to the guest privately, away from their friends. State your decision clearly and calmly, and do not bargain. Finally, offer a non-alcoholic alternative and help them find a safe way home. De-escalation is always the key. Let's walk through the exact words to use. Your regular guest, John, is slurring his words and asks for another beer. You would say, "Hey John, can I have a quick word with you over here?" By moving him, you make it a private conversation. Then, you state firmly but politely, "John, for your safety, I can't serve you another alcoholic drink tonight." You then offer a solution. "I can get you a water on the house, and I'd be happy to call a taxi for you." This script is respectful, firm, and non-negotiable. This brings us to our final section, handling the real-world challenges that come up behind any bar. This is about preparing for the curveballs. We'll cover strategies for handling difficult customers and avoiding critical mistakes. As this image of a bartender listening intently suggests, great bartenders are, at their core, great problem solvers. This section is about future-proofing your craft by developing that problem-solving mindset. A customer complaint is not a crisis. It's an opportunity to demonstrate your professionalism. A great tool for this is the LAST method, as shown in this infographic. First, you listen without interrupting. Then, you apologize sincerely for the negative experience. Next, you solve the problem by offering to remake the drink or suggest an alternative. Finally, you thank them for bringing it to your attention. This simple method can turn a negative experience into a positive one. Let's apply that to a common scenario. A guest says their old-fashioned tastes watery. You listen and immediately apologize. "I'm so sorry to hear that." Then you solve it with confidence. "Let me remake that for you right away. I'll be sure to stir it perfectly to get just the right dilution." As you see in this visual, you've taken a disappointed guest and, by handling it professionally, turned them into a happy one. You've validated their concern and reinforced their trust in you. As you grow in your career, it's important to actively avoid critical mistakes. As this list shows, this includes things like careless cash handling and, most importantly, ever ignoring the principles of responsible alcohol service. At the same time, you must future-proof your craft. Stay curious, read cocktail books, visit other bars, and never stop learning. The best bartenders are lifelong students of their craft. Okay, it's time to put your communication skills to the test. Here is your first interactive challenge. Imagine a regular customer, someone you like, is clearly showing signs of intoxication. They ask you for one more for the road. In the space provided, I want you to write down the exact, word-for-word script you would use to refuse service politely, firmly, and with a focus on their safety. Now for our second challenge, which tests your preparation mindset. Imagine it's 4 p.m. on a Friday. You've just walked in for your shift, and you can already tell it's going to be an incredibly busy night. Looking at your empty but clean station, I want you to list the 5 most important, mise en place, tasks you would perform immediately to prepare yourself and your bar for the coming rush. Think about what will save you the most time later. Let's summarize what you've accomplished. You can now manage a bar with efficiency and grace, even under pressure. You can identify the signs of intoxication and act with professional responsibility. You have a framework for resolving customer complaints. As you can see in this toolkit infographic, you've combined the technical skills of mixology with the critical principles of management and responsible alcohol service. You now possess a truly well-rounded set of foundational bartending skills. Now it's time for your final assessment to demonstrate your professional integrity. Here is the situation. A guest complains that their old-fashioned, like the one pictured here, tastes watery. They are not intoxicated, but they are clearly disappointed. In 3 to 4 sentences, I want you to describe exactly how you would handle this situation to resolve the complaint and ensure that guest leaves happy. Congratulations on completing this advanced training. You now have the skills to be more than just a bartender. You have the skills to be a leader behind the bar. You can create fantastic drinks while also cultivating a safe, professional, and welcoming environment for everyone. As you can see in this image of a happy, bustling bar, that is a powerful combination. Practice these skills until they become your signature style. You are now a true craft bartender. And with that, you've done it. Congratulations, professional bartender. You now have the complete foundation, the compass, the toolkit, the playbook, and the action plan to build, launch, and grow with advanced bartending skills, responsible service and bar management. On behalf of all of us at Learn Your Skills, thank you for your hard work. We're excited to see what you build. For more resources, visit us at www.learnyourskills.com.